Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome to a journey that will change the way you see the business world. Welcome to Business Ethics, the class where we separate the woke corporations from the, well, not so woke. Here we'll explore the principles that guide businesses in making decisions that are not just profitable, but also morally sound. We're diving deep into the world of right and wrong in the business world. From everyday decisions to major corporate strategies, ethics play a crucial role in shaping the reputation and success of a company. Buckle up, it's going to be a wild ride. We'll be examining real-world cases, discussing theoretical frameworks, and understanding the impact of ethical and unethical behavior in business. Think of this course as your crash course in navigating the ethical minefield of the business world. We'll cover everything from corporate governance to social responsibility and how these elements contribute to a company's long-term success. We're talking Enron, WeWork, Theranos scandals that rocked the world and showed us what happens when ethics take a back seat. These cases serve as stark reminders of the consequences of unethical behavior. This ain't just some fluffy, feel-good stuff. Ethics are integral to every aspect of business, from leadership and management to marketing and finance. Ethics are the backbone of any successful business. They build trust, foster loyalty, and create a positive work environment. Without a strong ethical foundation, a business is like a house of cards, ready to collapse at any moment. Trust, my friends, is everything. It's the currency of the business world. When customers, employees, and stakeholders trust a company, they're more likely to support and invest in it. Without it, you got nothing. A breach of trust can lead to a loss of reputation, legal issues, and financial downfall. That's why understanding and practicing business ethics is crucial. So, whether you're aspiring CEOs or future entrepreneurs, get ready to learn how to build a business that's profitable, sustainable, and most importantly, ethical. Let's do this. Together, we'll explore the principles and practices that will help you navigate the complex world of business with integrity and confidence. All right, folks, let's kick things off with the basics. In week one, we're diving into the core elements that form the bedrock of ethical behavior in any professional setting. Week one is all about the ABCs of ethics, values, morals, and trust. These are not just buzzwords, they are the essence of a thriving, respectful, and successful business environment. Think of these as the building blocks of ethical behavior. Just like constructing a sturdy building, you need a solid foundation to support everything else. Values are your guiding principles, your non-negotiables. They are the core beliefs that drive your actions and decisions. They're the things you hold dear, like honesty, integrity, and respect. These values shape your character and define your professional identity. Morals, they're like your internal compass, telling you what's right and wrong. They guide you through ethical dilemmas and help you make the right choices. And trust, that's the glue that holds everything together. Without trust, even the most well-intentioned efforts can fall apart. It's the foundation of any strong relationship, whether it's between businesses or individuals. Trust is earned through consistent ethical behavior and transparent communication. Remember that time your favorite brand got caught greenwashing? It was a stark reminder of how fragile trust can be. Yeah, that's a trust killer. Once trust is broken, it's incredibly hard to rebuild. We'll be dissecting real-world examples like this throughout the course. These case studies will help you understand the real impact of ethical and unethical behavior. Get ready to question everything. Challenge your assumptions and be prepared to engage in deep, meaningful discussions about what it means to be truly ethical in the business world. Hold on tight, because in week two, we're diving headfirst into the world of ethical theories. It's a journey that will challenge your thinking and perhaps even change the way you approach decision-making in your professional life. Don't worry, it's not as dry as it sounds. In fact, understanding these theories can be quite enlightening and even fun when you see how they apply to real-world scenarios. We'll be exploring different schools of thought like consequentialism, deontology, and virtue ethics. Each of these theories offers a unique lens through which we can evaluate our actions and decisions. Consequentialism is all about the outcome. It asks us to consider the results of our actions and to choose the path that leads to the greatest good for the greatest number. The ends justify the means, right? Well, not so fast. While consequentialism focuses on outcomes, it can sometimes lead to morally questionable decisions if the ends are deemed to justify any means. Deontology says some actions are just plain wrong, regardless of the consequences. This theory emphasizes duty and rules, suggesting that there are certain ethical principles we must follow, no matter the outcome. And then there's virtue ethics, which focuses on building a strong moral character. Instead of just looking at actions or outcomes, it asks us to consider what kind of person we want to be. We'll be putting these theories to the test with real-life case studies. By examining actual scenarios, we can see how these ethical frameworks help us navigate complex moral landscapes. Get ready to channel your inner ethicist and make some tough calls. Whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting out, understanding these ethical theories will equip you with the tools to make more informed and principled decisions in your career. Ever wonder why people make unethical choices? In week 3, we're going inside the mind of a decision maker. We're talking cognitive biases, moral disengagement, and the stages of moral development. Think back to the Stanford Prison Experiment. It showed us how easily people can succumb to situational pressures. We'll be exploring the psychological factors that influence our ethical judgments and behaviors. Get ready to question everything you thought you knew about yourself. This stuff gets deep, people. Week 4 is all about Fairness Society's impact, fairness and conflicts of interest. This week, we're zooming out to look at the bigger picture, the role of society in shaping ethical behavior. We'll be tackling issues like fairness, justice, and conflicts of interest. Think about the gender pay gap or the lack of diversity in leadership positions. These are systemic issues that require systemic solutions. We'll be exploring how businesses can promote fairness and equality in the workplace and beyond. Get ready to challenge the status quo and think critically about the role of business in society. In week 5, we'll consider building an ethical organization, culture and leadership. Culture eats strategy for breakfast, or so they say. This week, we're diving into the heart of ethical organizations, their culture and leadership. We'll be exploring the characteristics of ethical leaders and the importance of creating a culture of integrity. Think Patagonia, Ben & Jerry's, or Tom's Shoes. These companies walk the talk when it comes to ethics. Get ready to learn how to build a values-driven organization that attracts and retains top talent. In week 6, we will talk about ethics in action. Power, pay, and responsibility. Power, money, responsibility. This week, we're tackling the big ones. We'll be exploring the ethical implications of power dynamics, CEO pay ratios, and corporate social responsibility. Think about the Me Too movement and the conversations it sparked about power imbalances in the workplace. We'll be discussing how to create a culture of respect and accountability at all levels of an organization. Get ready to challenge assumptions and think critically about the distribution of power and wealth in the business world. In week 7, we consider ethical programs and compliance. All right, time to get practical. This week, we're building a framework for ethical conduct. We'll be exploring the components of effective ethics programs and the importance of compliance. Think of this as your guide to creating an ethical culture that sticks. We'll be discussing codes of conduct, whistleblowing mechanisms, and ethics training programs. Get ready to roll up your sleeves and start putting theory into practice. In week 8, we look beyond profit and talk about corporate social responsibility. It's not just about the bottom line anymore. This week, we're exploring the growing importance of corporate social responsibility, or CSR. We'll be discussing the triple bottom line: people, planet, profit, and how businesses can create value for all stakeholders, not just shareholders. Think about companies like Tesla, Patagonia, and Unilever, who are leading the charge in sustainable and socially responsible business practices. Get ready to be inspired and challenged to think beyond profit. In week 9, we go global and consider ethics in a globalized world. Cultural intelligence and challenges. The world is getting smaller and businesses are becoming increasingly global. This week, we're exploring the ethical challenges of operating in a globalized world. We'll be discussing cultural differences, ethical relativism, and the importance of cultural intelligence. Think about the challenges of navigating different labor laws, environmental regulations, and cultural norms. Get ready to broaden your horizons and develop a global ethical mindset. In week 10, we will consider the enduring value of business ethics, ethical mindfulness and cultural integrity, as well as managing ethical dilemmas in everyday life. In week 11, we will consider employee engagement and ethical management. In doing so, we will talk about employee engagement and managing a diverse workforce. We will also consider the ethical influence on superiors and managing across cultures. So, there you have it, folks. In week 12, we consider cultural intelligence and global ethics. In doing so, we look at cross-cultural ethical challenges and ethical relativism, as well as managing global ethics and cultural diversity. This is truly a crash course in business ethics. In week 13, we cover ethical decision-making in global contexts. We will talk about expatriate management and global employee engagement, as well as the application of ethical decision-making in case studies. We've covered a lot of ground, from the foundations of ethical theory to the complexities of global business. But here's the thing, this isn't just about passing a test or getting a good grade. It's about building a better future for all of us. When businesses operate ethically, everyone benefits. We create a more just, equitable, and sustainable world. So go out there and be a force for good. The world needs more ethical leaders. Peace out.